Steven can't cook. Who tiếu me co, aka dry noodle soup with egg noodles, pork and seafood toppings. Today we're doing it with some wontons. It's a dish I don't recall my mom or my dad making too often growing up, but we did go out and eat this a lot. Tieu Châu in Garden Grove. If you know, you know. Still there till today. One of the best places to offer this dish. So let's start with our pork shoulder here. I'm going to trim off the fat so we can start on one of the most popular toppings is chicharrones, crispy pork skin, pork fat. Just cube it up. And with the pork shoulder, we're just going to boil this with some salt, star anise, for about 15-20 minutes. And then we're going to slowly render out the pork fat to get chicharrones texture. That's going to be one of our toppings slash garnishes. Next up, we're going to start our wontons. We have some ground pork here that I'm going to hit with some mushroom seasoning and some fish sauce and black pepper. You can use salt if you can't find mushroom seasoning or chicken bouillon powder. And here I have some cut up shrimp into like little chunks. Use your favorite wonton brands. You can find these in the frozen section at any Asian market. And I'm just going to start stuffing these with a chunk of that marinated ground pork and a piece of that shrimp. And we're just going to seal her up. This is probably the most laborious part about this dish here, but it's all worth it. It's one of the best toppings you can add to this dish. Very Chinese, which is the history of this dish. It's like a fusion of Chinese, Vietnamese flavors and textures. So the wonton is definitely a Chinese influence on this dish. And just bring it up to a boil until they float, about 8 to 10 minutes here. And then I'm going to hit it with a little bit of sesame oil just so they don't stick as we set those aside. And this is the egg noodles I like to use. Use any brand you want. These are the easiest. It takes like a minute to boil. No rinse necessary. And those are ready to rock. And I'm adding a little bit of pho noodles to mine, a little mix. And let's start on our dressing here, which is a very important part for the dry noodles. So soy sauce, dark soy sauce, Maggi seasoning, oyster sauce, a little bit of broth or water to loosen it up, and then just a little bit of sugar. You're going to want to reduce this down to it thickens up a tad bit. And this is our dressing for our dry noodles. This is some leftover chicken broth I had that I'm just going to season with some fish sauce. And we're not going too in-depth with the broth on this one since it's dry noodle version. And it's just a quick and easy version here. So we're going to dress our noodles with that beautiful dark dressing, our thinly sliced pork shoulder, our delicate wontons, some quail eggs, and some shrimp that I've boiled. And these are probably the most common toppings you'll see for this dish. It's pork and seafood mainly. More of that chicharrones to finish it off for that crunch. And a touch more of that dressing, some scallions, and we're ready to eat. You can add your bean sprouts, cilantro, herbs of choice. And some people like to enjoy the broth at the end. I like to kind of add it in. My mom used to do it like halfway, so she get some dry, some wet. But a nice, easy dish for a summer day. Not too hot to consume. And full of flavors and textures. Thank you guys for watching. What shall we cook?